It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? Buckle up. There's football coming your way. All that and more coming up next.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. #1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here certainly help him achieve that goal.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. And this is tough here on the opening drive because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach 4th down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Baker to begin with a pass. To the left side, to Godwin.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here comes Otten in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Get this complete, right side to Otten. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Quick throw here is complete. But he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon, and that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
Sending a receiver right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Here's Craig Reynolds to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Lions offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup up there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He'll send it downfield for Laporta. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions move out to a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
On 3rd down, it's Irving. And this will be a Bucs 1st down. The tackle's made at about the 38-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll go again here with Irving. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Baker. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down. Baker
Gonna give it to Irving. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They send Godwin in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for, and now it's 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Reynolds now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Goff to throw. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
You'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action, Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Lions extend their lead to 10-6.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Irving now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irvin. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. It was Derek Barnes with the stop. 2nd and 7. Receiver in motion, going right. On 2nd down, Baker. He runs with it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. To the left side, to Godwin. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 2nd down, a run with Irvin. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal, as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
1st and goal, Tampa Bay.
Now Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. To throw is Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag. A little late. It's probably a touchdown.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bucs cut the deficit down to 1.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, That ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Trey Palmer deep for Tampa Bay. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Right back to Irving. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He finds his tight end, Keith. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A give. This is Irving. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A second down throw for Goff. On target to Laporta. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
On second down, Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Goff. A ball deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Back over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This from an even 50 yards out. Bates' kick is good. The Lions going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return is Sean Tucker, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. the shotgun. Mayfield. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
On the ground, it's Irvin. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Irvin. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Mayfield. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punch it away as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Goff with the give to Montgomery. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Levante David doing his work on defense. Third and 5. Goff to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Buccaneers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here's a handoff, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Here comes Otten in motion. Here's Mayfield. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. He's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
On fourth down, out comes the punter. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. Now, Goff. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
That's another Lions. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Throwing, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
From the gun, it's Goff. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with their tight end. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
They'll run with Gibbs. Powering forward. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Irving now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bucs offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. I'll give on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Irving. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Baker to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Baker to the back of the end zone. He's got it. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
This will be big for the Bucs. They're going to try the 2-point conversion.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Baker going to give it to Irving. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Reynolds now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Goff. Into the hands of Brock Wright. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Holding offense.
Kevin Zeitler, the vet, guilty that time. Here's Montgomery. He'll get maybe 4 there. It'll bring up 2nd and long. Throwing here is Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9. They'll go play action with Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irvin. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
It's the gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here comes Otten in motion. 2nd down throw from Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
They send Godwin in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. To the left side, to Godwin.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He's got it inside the 5. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being first and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. A return now from the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. That's caught by Gibbs. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Now 2nd and inches. Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Goff. And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What a game this has been. It hangs in the balance until the very end, yet somehow they get a touchdown here late, Mike, and it looks like they're going to be able to pull this one out in the final seconds of the game.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions have taken a 4-point advantage. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. He's going to look for the home run ball, and that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here for the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.